Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who haven't visited the channel, welcome to X Rides Cars. Today, let's go ahead and take a look at the 2017 Aston Martin DB11. So this will be a full take of the DB11. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique aspects in both the interior as well as the exterior, as well as the very unique final inspection plaque by Dr. Andy Palmer, the CEO. Before I begin, I'd like to extend a big thanks and special shout out to Aston Martin Los Gatos for allowing me to come out and film this 2017 Aston Martin DB11 Launch Edition. For more information, see the link in the description box below. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Aston Martin has a new key for the DB11 compared to the previous key they used on the Vanquish, Vantage, and DB9. Also, this is kind of derived from Mercedes-Benz for the new E-Class as well, since the partnership with Daimler AG. This particular key in the video is the valet key because there's a more kind of a metal key used for the standard key, which is really cool. It's a very unique silver exterior finish, and open up Aston Martin's unique swan doors, and you've got a full red leather with black accents. You also got black piano trim. To start, all you have to do is keep the key fob within the interior, put your foot on the brake, and as you put your foot on the brake, it actually starts to pulsate red. Do that and hit the button to go. The DB11 comes with speed proportional, electric assist rack and pinion power steering on a 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with multifunction controls on the top 2 spokes. The DB11 comes with a new 8-speed automatic transmission with manual mode versus the DB9's 6-speed gearbox. And so we'll go ahead and flip on the headlights, fog lights, as well as the hazards. Both windows are fully automatic. So we'll go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? The original Aston Martin DB series car was the DB1, which had an inline 4-cylinder engine, and only 15 of those were made. In 1950, Aston Martin introduced the DB2, which was produced from 1950 to 1953, which only 411 units were made. That had a new 2.6-liter Lagonda inline 6-cylinder, which was designed by Walter Owen Bentley, who was one of the founders of Bentley Motors. Since the DB2 ended production, the DB2 quarters Mark I had its debut. That was produced from 1953 to 1957, and 764 of those were made in terms of the Mark I and Mark II. The same engine by Walter Owen Bentley was used in this vehicle, until 1954 when Aston Martin started using a new 2.9-liter 6-cylinder in the Mark II, which had more power and an increased top speed. The DB2 Forts Mark III came out in 1957 and used the same 2.9-liter Lagonda engine. The Mark III ended production in 1959, with 551 of those produced. After all 3 of those, in 1958, Aston Martin had introduced the new DB4, which had a new design and new engine again with a lot of more power in them. Production ended in 1963 and 1,204 of those were made. In 1963, the new DB5 came out, which was not that much different than the DB4, but it had more power, and it was a lot more refined compared to the DB4. However, only 1,059 of those were made. After that, Aston Martin released the DB6, which is almost the exact same as the DB5, but had some differences. About 1788 of those were made. Then came the DBS, not the current, Vanquish predecessor, but that was the third to last inline 6 Aston Martin, while the original Vantage came with one of those, and so did the DB7 when that came out in 1997. The DB7, however, sales had gone down in the inline 6 ever since the 5.9-liter V12 came out, which also had a different transmission for better handling. For the DB7, the Volante or convertible version was also offered as well. In 2004, the most iconic of the DB series has come, which is the DB9, which has been there for 12 years. The original design was done by Henrik Fisker, who is now the CEO of Fisker Automotive, and that had a 5.9-liter V12 during its entire lifetime, and it had a facelift. The DB10 then came out in 2015, but it was an exclusive car to the James Bond Spectre movie, and only 10 of those were made with the 4.7-liter V8 from the V8 Vantage, and it had a 6-speed manual transmission. In 2016, Aston Martin introduced the new DB11 in replacement to the iconic DB9, and it had a new 8-speed gearbox, and a new 5.2-liter twin-turbo V12 engine. During the premiere of the coupe, about already 1,400 DB11s have been ordered, and also the final inspection, which is part of Aston Martin's philosophy about caring about quality, will be done by the CEO, Dr. Andy Palmer, for the first 1,000 cars that roll off the production line. As of the end of December in 2016, 1,019 cars were already made. This DB11 comes with the optional 20-inch 10-spoke directional wheels measuring 20 by 9 inches in front and 20 by 11 in the rear. This vehicle has steel brakes with 6 pistons and 36 millimeters thickness and 400 diameter in millimeters in front, and 4 pistons and 32 millimeter thickness and 360 millimeter diameter in the rear, and all brakes are cross-drilled with red brake calipers. The DB11 comes standard with an independent front double wishbone suspension and a multi-link rear suspension with anti-roll bars, coil springs, and Bilstein named shock absorbers. This vehicle has a length of 186.6 inches with a width of 76.4 inches and a height of 50.4 inches, running on a 110.4-inch wheelbase. Curb weight can be about 4,080 pounds. So let's go ahead and pop the hood. The DB11 comes standard with an all-new 5.2-liter 48-valve twin-turbocharged and intercooled V12 with direct injection. It produces 600 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 516 pound-feet of torque at 1,500 RPM. 0 to 60 times are rated at 3.9 seconds and a top speed of 200 miles per hour. This car is rear-wheel drive and has a 20.5-gallon tank requiring premium gas. EPA estimated miles per gallon ratings are 25 combined. It is also expected that an AMG-derived 4-liter V8 will come in the DB11 in the future. I'd also like to make mention that this vehicle is one of the Launch Edition DB11s. All Launch Edition DB11s, which are the first 1,000, are having their final inspection done by the CEO of Aston Martin, Dr. Andy Palmer. Also, because the engine opens in this direction, there's actually a very unique soft close feature which will pull it back inside. Simple as that. Open up Aston Martin's unique swan doors, and you get overall a very unique vehicle. You have all sorts of very unique padding, including your trunk lid, power windows, locks, and mirrors, as well as your power seats, including 3-person memory, as well as your DB11 hand-built plaque in there as well. So let's go ahead and shut her up. Nice tight panels. This particular vehicle comes with the optional Bang & Olufsen sound system. You've got side curtain airbags, your Bluetooth microphone, Alcantara visors with vanity mirrors, Alcantara headliner, reading lights, garage homing with your auto-dimming rearview mirror. Now, as far as this system, it is fairly related to the Mercedes-Benz command system, since Aston Martin's partnership with Daimler AG. So, you've got, of course, your media control. Just accidentally changed that. You have a back button down here. Very cool. And you've also got your media, radio, nav, your phone controls, and also your air conditioning as well. Which of course I can always change it if I feel like I need to, because of course it's very hot outside. But it is pretty unique. You've got also your dual zone climate control as well. So you can of course change settings by these toggle switches. CD changer. Your other warning lights, lock, unlock, hazards, and those things. Of course, your control dials for your command system, your mouse pad, and your wheel. Here, I believe it's a 12-volt power outlet, or maybe just a cup holder. You got a sliding center console. Oh no, you got an armrest, and then you've got the center console storage area with their USB ports and SD card slot as well. As far as steering wheel, you got your phone controls, your volume controls, home button, also your controls you could operate the command system by, which is really cool as well. So, and you've also got your indicators, and of course your rain sensing wipers, and other controls here, and your electronic parking brake as well. Overall, a lot of these vehicles, this particular car is more derived from Mercedes-Benz in terms of things like that. But overall, in a nutshell, it is a pretty unique vehicle. Alright. Go ahead and shut her down. So we'll go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? In order to access the back seat, just pull this little lever right here, and then you have to step in, which could be quite complicated.
We'll have it ready in a day if you decide you want it. Just give me a ring, okay? Alright. Thank you, Ron.
Passenger seat features the same power adjustments as driver's side, and 3-person memory. The DB11 is a very unique vehicle overall. With German engineering, of course, from Mercedes-Benz, it makes it really cool, bringing up the modernized section of Aston Martin for all of their future vehicles. Incredible craftsmanship on this vehicle. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video of this 2017 Aston Martin DB11. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's a lot more where all this came from, and be sure to subscribe today and check out all the future content coming at X Rides Cars. Take care, everybody.